Hello everyone, welcome to Group 3 of the PRT CUP 2024 quarterfinals. I am your host, Quarantined. We have a good group today, so in the first position, playing as blue, we have Jax Wild. In the second position, playing as red, we have Roberto Lowe's. In the third position, playing as black, we have Grim Shanky. In the fourth position, playing as yellow, we have Bart. In the fifth position, playing as white, we have Zychron. And in the sixth and final position, playing as green, we have XCDude96. The settings, so it's a two-game series for this round, for anyone who hasn't watched any of the previous groups yet. Both are fixed 70. So this one, game one, is Way to Valhalla as the map. 70% domination, fixed cards. Blizzards are on, fog is off, portals are on, they're unstable, so they'll be moving around. Alliances are off. No, alliances are on, excuse me. And yeah, it's a 90-second turn timer. And of course, balance splits dice. The Blizzards aren't too crazy. I'd say the one in the bonus that Jax just took, I'd say that Blizzard's pretty separating. The split bonus on the right side is also quite interesting. Also, let me move the screen so that you guys can see the whole board. Let me see if I can fit this entire, so you guys can see all the territories. That should be good. Kind of a wide map. But yeah, so looking at it so far, so Jax just took the, here, let me take a quick look at bonuses real quick here. Oh, wrong map, hold on. So yeah, we have alright, so the leftmost one is a bit cut off, but so from the left we have Jormungandr's head and upper body as the two +4s there. Jax took the +3 of Idavol, which has a blizzard in it. Roberto took the +3 of, what is that one called? Folk something. Let's see, which bonus is, and it looks like Grim is going for the +4 of upper body. Looking at spawns, it looks like Bart's probably going to go for the +3 of lower body first, and then maybe expand elsewhere. This is probably going to be a double bonus game for most people, especially like the people in like +3s. If anyone manages to get Way to Valhalla, which Carter might, then that would be, you know, probably a one bonus play. Or if anyone takes the +5 of Vigrid right in the middle. It's mostly +3s and +4s though. Alright, so yeah, Bart does take a +3 of lower body. It looks like Zychron's going to go for the +4 of Jormungandr's head. I will say these guys are probably going to have an easier time of like looking for 70 lands and taking bonuses than my group did. My group's Blizzards were out of this world. But this one's not as bad. Like the two Blizzards in the bottom right don't really do anything. They make the board slightly more choky, but if you want to go for that bonus. The split bonus appeared in my group as well. The two territory bonus that Chad's about to take, that one is a bit of a split, but still ways to get around it. But I don't think this board is going to be super choked. I think people will be able to look for runs maybe before stalemate rules, but since it's a two-game series, stalemate rules go in on turn 20. So we'd only be here for probably about an hour if it did come to that. Roberto's lost a lot of material. I think he was in a lot of people's bonuses, but at least he had a turn 1 bonus. I don't think everyone had a turn 1 bonus. So everyone's in a fairly good spot right now. We will see, I mean, I'd imagine we'll see plays for second bonuses, but the question is, where does Jax want to go? Anything he goes for is kind of heavy in material, and it looks like Chad is already making the claim for Way to Valhalla, which is interesting. I don't think they're going to let him hold a +6 and a +3. I think Jax goes for the +3 in the bottom left. Yeah, no. Not yet, at least. No, he wants the +3 of Thrudheim, and he's telling people to move out of there or waste their troops. Why? Okay, I don't know why he did that. I don't think he meant to do that. that was a mistake. I think he tried to click out and accidentally attacked. I'd imagine he most definitely did not mean to do that. As for Roberto, he could go for the, what could Roberto go for? He could steal from Chad. No, I think he's gonna go for Vigrid. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's gonna go for, because he's telling Zychron he wants to hit his territory. Looks like that's the plan. Um, Grim doesn't really have a play for a second bonus. Nothing's very available to him. I think he's going to be a have-not in this game. I don't think he's ever going to get a second bonus. That's how it was in my game. 4 people got second bonuses. 1 person took the +6, and then I got stuck with only 1 bonus. So that's probably going to happen to Grim here. If I had to guess, Bart goes for. I don't know. It looks like Grim. Grim created a position in the bottom right, which prevents anyone else from taking that bonus. I mean, Bart could just as easily hit Jax's 3 and Carter's 3 and take that +3 right next to his. I think if I were him, I think I would do that. I mean, why wouldn't you? Like, he knows what Jax wants to do, but Jax also made a massive misplay accidentally rolling that 3, which makes it a lot more vulnerable to other things happening. He portal hops to do what? Okay, yeah, he's telling them he wants that bonus, and they need to move. He rolls out. Yep, everything going pretty expectedly. See, now that since Grim put that 7 in the bottom right, because I think Zycron was going to take that bonus, now Zycron kind of has to be a jerk and push someone else out of a position to take a second bonus. I think he's going to take the split bonus. I think is what he's going to do in the right side of the board. Yeah. He asks him to move, or does he just hit it now? He just hits it now. Ugh, less than optimal dice. I'll say I wouldn't really want to roll that out either. See, everyone either taking second bonuses or making plans to do so. I don't know. Do we think Chad actually takes away to Valhalla? I mean, takes Valhalla? I think he does. There's really nothing. Everyone kind of rolled out for him, so I mean, he's going to have a lot of troops, but he's also going to be last in the turn order. Which now balances out, I suppose. To an extent. And he does roll out. The thing is, with everyone getting second bonuses, the board has to decide how are they going to distribute cards. I mean, in fixed, cards aren't worth as much, but they still hold weight. They still give you extra troops, which you're going to need for 70%. It would have to be in the top right, but it's going to be precarious to figure out how everyone can get cards without wiping someone else out of there. And Zycron's asking Roberto to attack Green because Green's getting +9. I was going to say, yeah, Roberto doesn't care because Roberto's going to get +8. I think Chad getting +9 is going to be the least of his concerns. Now, if the opposite had happened, where Chad had immediately moved out of that +3 below Roberto, maybe Roberto just takes it. But obviously, if Chad can hold +9, he's going to try. And there could have been card trading in Vigrid and the top right, but instead, now there's only one place for that to happen. I'm assuming Grim takes that bottom right bonus. Yeah. Yeah, Grim is like, hey, can I get cards there later? That's what Grim's trying to say. Is he wants cards after he takes his bonus. I just realized colors still haven't been put up. Hold on. Toast. I'll change that real quick. Let's see. Bart is yellow. Zekrom is white. Grim is black. Jax is blue. Berto is red. And Chad is green. Yeah, Zekrom saying he wants cards there. Like that's just the thing. Everyone wants cards. There's limited places to get them without breaking somebody. I would say, I think the most peaceful thing they could do is hit Chad's 3 if they had to. Because Chad is the person making the most by a good margin. Or maybe not necessarily. Like, how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, Grim is also making quite a bit because he has 12 territories. And he's the only person on the board I think who does. Oh, never mind. Zekrom also does. So just by holding their bonuses, Zekrom and Grim are getting an extra troop per turn, which adds up to, I think, +8 for Grim and +7 for Zekrom. Let me double check that. Actually, +9 for Zekrom and +8 for Grim. So right now the people making the most on the board are Chad and Zekrom, followed by Roberto and Grim, followed by followed by Jax, then followed by Bart. Bart is making the least because he has 2 +3s. Bart's position is not ideal. Yeah, the rational way this works is Jax, Grim, and Zekrom trade with each other on one territory, and then Roberto, Chad, and Bart all trade with each other on the other territory. And then this game just kind of goes from there, I guess. The longer this goes on, the more in advantage I'd say Grim and Zekrom are, along with, Zekrom and Chad are 5th and 6th positions getting the most. Bart being in the 4th position generating the least is really not good. Roberto's already at so many troops, but oh yeah, he traded. I didn't see that. Everyone being very peaceful so far. Could be a bad trade for Zekrom. It's really going to come down to cards to decide who stays in the lead here. I mean, because generation is everything. The cards aren't going to help you later on. It's not progressive where trades get bigger and bigger, and cards become the only thing that matters. It's always going to be the bonuses that matter here. I think in terms of position for running the 70, I like Zycron and Grim the most because they're on both sides of the board. I really like Zycron's. Well, I guess Zycron has to go kind of through people. I don't know why. Oh yeah, because that was on a portal, right? So Zycron's guarding his left bonus only on wherever the portal is. Um, I think Chad's position could be better if he wasn't only in one place. Like the people who are only in like one place aren't in the greatest spot. I think Jax's position is pretty tough, but if Zycron's just not going to guard against him, then it's a lot better because he can get access to all of that stuff and then only have to go through whatever Grim's guarding, which isn't a lot either. That's kind of a lot of positions, a lot of territories for free if Zycron and Grim choose to not guard that front. So Jax's position isn't terrible, but he's just not generating that much, and again, he's really only in one spot. Um, I really do like Roberto's position. I think he can go in a lot of directions, and he has obviously a very good troop generation, but he doesn't really have an exterior anywhere. It'll really just come down to whoever can get the magic portals, and have access to the entire board. Six trade for Zekron. I will say I think Zekron's playing the trade game very intelligently because like he could just sit there and not give those guys cards, but then that would also prevent from giving him cards. But also make sure his stack never gets blocked. But as long as those guys want to keep taking cards, they have to unlock his stack. I think it's very smart of Bart to keep a strong stack up there because as the person like furthest back in troops and probably going to be for the entire game, you're going to want to maintain everything that you can. Why did he, why did Zekrom? Okay, I don't get why Zekrom's putting troops in the middle of his I guess threat stacking. Okay, I think Zekrom's expecting a feed. I think is what he's planning for, but so he's kind of already given up on just winning the game. Is he going for it? No, he's not. I'm sure Jax would love it if he did. I mean, with troops numbers getting as high as they are, it seems it's a lot more plausible now that people are going to start looking for the 70. Um, it's just so hard to determine it when you don't know where the portals are going to go. It's just so funny. Zekrom is allergic to trying to look for the run lines himself. He is just going to wait for someone to feed it. Which might not be a very useful strategy when there's stalemate rules in place. I mean, like, yeah, you can look at it as someone's going to run it eventually, but if they can just wait until turn 20, why would they? And both the people who he's guarding from with those, like, the people he's mainly guarding from are ahead of him in the turn order. So, I mean, they'll get a first chance at 60 before he does, and it's a lot more likely they'll get it if he's not directly guarding his borders. So I'll say Zekrom has a very interesting strategy here, to say the least. So now these next portals don't help Jax at all. He doesn't have access to any of them, other than the one that's in Roberto's bonus, which Roberto's probably going to guard. Um, I think they definitely help Chad. Grim doesn't have access to. Well, he has access to the ones that Zekrom's bonus, but again. I still think out of everybody, I like Chad. I still like Chad's position the most. I think he can go. I think even with him only being really in like the he's not really having a ton of access to the left. I think the portals will help him out enough to make that manageable. And the 70%, for anyone curious, is 45 territories on this map. Troop territory lead is currently Grim with what is that? I think 14 territories. Yeah, 14. Or no, 15. Yeah, 15 because he took a card, but Portals are open. People might have trades on 3. That was a good time to guess if someone's going to go for it. I've also lost track of what turn we're on. Let me ask the players. All right, it's turn 10, so we're halfway through. But everyone takes their time on their turns. They're really like, I mean, this is a pretty close game. I mean, most people are pretty similar trip counts. Everyone's looking at their lines. Portals are open. I think if anyone trades this turn, that probably means they're running it. Honestly, I think if Chad has a trade on 3, I think he might have it. Was busy with Pharaoh's final. I see. I didn't miss much. No. Oh, was the Pharaoh's final today? How'd that go? Who was even in that? You, I'd imagine. Chad have a trade? I think Bart trading there was key, blocking his portals up more because the lines I was looking at, they would have gone through one of his portals. I mean, Chad could still go for it. Nah, he knows well enough. Under the match board now, but yeah, it's fine. I already did the match board to do colors and stuff. Anything else you haven't missed? Portals are a bit interesting once again. I don't think they benefit Chad as much as they did last time. They kind of cripple Grim because he's going to have to guard. Bart doesn't have any, so Bart's lines are completely cut off if he was even going to go for anything, which I don't think he was. Roberto doesn't have any. Jax doesn't have. Well, Jax has the one where he's taking cards, but that's it. Grim's thinking hard. I mean, these portals have been kind of annoying him. He's been having to guard on a lot of fronts. Now he has to figure out how he wants to split it up. He doesn't really have enough troops to cover everything. Well, he kind of does. He doesn't even guard the portal in the north well. I think Grimm's looking at lines. Ooh, is Zekrom thinking about blocking the portal? No, he does not. I mean, I think he thought about it. The portals are really open this round. But I still just think it's so hard for anyone to have lines to anything. Jax trades. Doesn't look like he's going to do anything. I mean, his stacks are still like in each other's way. And it's kind of hard for him to do anything. For him to go for anything. He just has, his lines have been terrible this entire time. Black has this again. Probably. I don't know if Grim had it last time. I think his were really tight. But now he easily has it with how open these portals are. His stacks are much more like combined this time. Actually, I don't know. I'm not counting 45 for Grim. You're counting 40? Yeah, the next map's 39. This map, well, this map is 45 for 70, and it's 38 for the 60. And the next map is 39 for the 70, 33 for the 60. You know, if it was 39, someone definitely would have gone for it by now. I think Shad has a decent shot at it this turn. Zekrom might be looking at it with having a trade. Well, okay, no, Zekrom can't be looking at it. Zekrom has made it a very strict point that he is waiting for someone to feed it to him, which I just find kind of weird. I don't think he gets fed this win with the way the turn order is. All right, let's see. Is he going for it? No. Unfortunate. People were shocked by that one. Ooh, Jax finally has a portal for once. Now he can actually look at lines for the 70. But I still think he doesn't have anything. I think he's I think Jax is completely screwed this game. I don't think he has any chance. So, but the thing is, Jax is one of the people in this group who doesn't really need to win to move on. As long as he survives both games, he should be fine. Him and Roberto both are in a. Roberto for sure just needs to survive, and he's through to the next round. If he wins, he probably auto qualifies for finals. Also, I was talking about like during my group because my group just had 2 winners, no kills were made, so there wasn't a whole lot of like point influx. Um, in in group 2, Math got a clean sweep game 1. He killed everyone, or almost everyone. He got 4 kills. How that happened, I have no idea. I'm assuming someone just really fed it that hard. But I was like, wow. Like he got 30 points and he only won 1 game. In fixed 70, like he got okay, so like he got 24 points in a fixed 70 game, and then the other 6 were from game 2 because no one got any kills and Zengo won. Okay, Mitch is because Mitch got screwed. Mitch, I saw what happened to you. Okay, so Apes fed it then. All 4 of his kills got fed to him. I think everyone blundered. Wow. I mean, on settings like this, if someone goes for it, then it's gonna be messy. Like this is a real one where it's like if the first person to go for it doesn't win, then it's kind of like. Also, I don't know how many people in here were watching my group, but the way Frog won game 1 was really funny. Mitch didn't blunder. Is that coming from Mitch himself there? But no, in my group it was really funny because so the rule is on the start of turn 20, if you have 60% of the board, you win. And so the turn before, because Frog was in the last seat, he got to 60% of the board. So then when it started, he had 60%, and that counted as the win. Because I mean, it says in the rules as soon as the turn starts, and started turn 20, Frog had 20% at 60% of the board. And then game 2 was just quick, I mean, on those settings, it's really just, if you didn't lose a lot of troops in the first few turns and you have a 10 set on 3, you probably have the lines to win. That's what happened to Pete, and he got the win. So yeah, I'd imagine Math is probably getting the auto advance. Actually, maybe not. 78 points. I mean, it's a good lead, but he started pretty far back on the leaderboard. Or no, he didn't. He had a decent position. I think it really just comes down to how everyone else does in these later groups. He's ahead. He has first by 4 points. Now Mamba, if Mamba just survives in both of his games, he automatically passes Math. So I mean, Mamba I think is almost guaranteed a qualification spot if he just survives his games. Yeah, I don't think. Something tells me that Jax is not going to go for anything this turn. He could, but I don't think it's going to lead to much. Yeah. But portal's open. People start thinking about it. Jax separates his stacks again. All right, we see a trade on 4 from Roberto. Uh-oh. I think that means something. Uh-oh. Are we seeing a run? We are seeing a run. Now, if Roberto, I'm not going to lie, I kind of want Roberto to win. Because if he wins, that ensures me even more that I'm moving on to the next round. So I would really like it if he won this. Because he's basically guaranteed to surpass me on the leaderboard anyway. How close is he going to be? He's got plenty of time. It's 90 seconds. But he does have to think about it. Where he's going to go. Ooh. Yeah, he's punching like 37. Wow. How much is he split, though? Completely avoids the 1. That might be key, though. Ooh. Good dice? Are the dice good to him? The dice are good to him. Did you have it? Oh? Just barely? Just barely. He got it. He had 1 territory more, too, and that is game 1 to Roberto Lowe's. Excellent pathing. All right, game 2 is firing up. So I believe it's the exact same settings. No, because I don't think there's blizzards. No, there's not blizzards. Yeah, never mind. So this is just completely normal, fixed 70, nothing special, no blizzards, no fog, no portals. Alliances are on, and it's on US West. This is one of the new maps from the most recent map pack. So on this one, with 6 players, I'm expecting no double bonuses. I think everyone just takes 1 and is happy with it. I highly doubt we see anything more than that. If you're Zycron, what do you go for? His spawn could be better. I think if I'm him, I go for Utah in the middle. Either that, or he could go for Arizona. He's going to go for Arizona, I think. Yeah, he's going to go for Arizona, hit Carter's 3. He could have come up with it to hit Jax's 2, but this is also a fair enough play if he wins the 3-on-1. He wins it, and he gets Arizona, which I believe is a +4. I think most of the bonuses on here are +4s. Let me double check. US West. Yeah, so every bonus on here is a +4 except for Wyoming, which is kind of like it's the one. Hold on, let me pull up the bonuses just so everyone can see. Should I load? Yeah. So you have Colorado. So you have Colorado, which is a +3. Washington way in the top left, which is a +3. Idaho in the top middle, which is a +5, and then everything else is +4. And we see Bart take Wyoming. Looks like Jax is going to take Utah if he wins the 3-on-1. He does. Doesn't have a whole lot of troops in there though. And Zycron is already saying attack blue. Everyone who's taken a bonus so far has taken a +4. It looks like I think Roberto takes New Mexico in the bottom right. Grim. Ooh, what does Grim take? This is tough. Grim's spawn isn't great. If I were him, I don't waste the troops on taking Washington. In fact, if I'm him, I think I might try to take Idaho. I don't think Idaho's not a bad play. He can force that issue. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to go for. I think that's the correct play for Grim here. Now what do you do with your Carter? I think Carter takes Colorado, but you don't want to get stuck with the +3. But I don't think he has any other options. So he's going to take the +3 of Colorado. Doesn't roll out of Idaho. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think Grim's going to be that offended. No, Roberto does not take New Mexico. He takes Nevada in the middle. Fair enough. The thing is, I hope that's not him trying to say I'm going to take both. Because if anyone takes a second bonus on this board, I think that just makes everything go upside. Now Zycron could team on blue here with Bart. They both have access to him, but I don't think he's going to. I mean, like, teaming on someone here could just ruin a person's chances of having an early run, which Zycron is not in a terrible position for. only person without a turn 1 bonus is Grim, but I don't think he's in that bad of a spot. He hasn't gotten a lot of material hit, and he'll still have he'll have the most profitable bonus once he does take it. Now, Jax has that 5 in Oregon. He could try to take it. He gets broken if he does, but he could try anyway. Yeah, no, I think he's well aware. And he gets out of Grim's way. He splits his guards. They're just putting troops everywhere. Is this Chad trying to upgrade, or is he just taking territory? I think this is him trying to upgrade. Or he could just take territory. I'm not sure. Because I mean, I think Chad probably wanted Montana, but he knew he couldn't get it turn 1, and he didn't want to be without a turn 1 bonus. So it's kind of like, now what does he do? If he's just going to be generating the least. Zucker making sure to make a point of, not letting Roberto potentially take New Mexico. And honestly, looking back at it, I do think it may have been the correct play for Roberto to take Nevada instead, because it gives him more access. Being surrounded on all sides by people with bonuses kind of changes the situation. Also, again, so the 70, now they're on different, the 70 here is 39 troops. So 6 troops less than it was on the previous map. And the board is significantly more open. I mean, Chad really wanting to maintain a high amount of, I think, Chad wants 12 territories, because otherwise he's not making the same as everyone else. Which is that's kind of the negotiation he's trying to make with the rest of the board right now. Now he has exactly 13 territories. If he can maintain 12, he generates the same as everyone except Grim, and then he's on an even playing field. That's what he's going for. Zyphron trades on 3. I guess it was technically a 10 trade. I wonder what he's looking at, or what he's thinking about. Also, another difference from game 1 and game 2. In this one, the turns are 60 seconds, not 90. And with that, Carter does not hold 12 territories. Victory. Trying to count territories right now. I mean, everyone's at such a low troop size. It's like no one can run it currently, but I didn't realize those territories connected. Eastern Utah and like northwestern New Mexico. I did not realize it was connected. That's interesting. I wonder if Western Colorado and northeastern Arizona connect as well. Matt Carter really wanting to keep all those territories. I mean, now it looks like he's trying to hold 15, which would definitely be an overstep, and I think everyone would hit his territories for that. I'd have to imagine. In fact, Roberto might hit it too. At a certain point, you got to realize, you might be asking for a little too much. Now, this turn is the turn where my group's game ended, because someone who was in a very good position had a 10 sit on 3 and was able to run the 70. Will that happen here? Who knows? Perhaps not. I don't think Chad runs it. I don't think Roberto runs it either. His 27 is pretty unfortunately positioned. No trades on 4 either. Everyone just going to 5 cards. Maybe no one has a good trade. Who knows? Or they're just waiting for someone else to trade in and maybe go for it. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not sure anyone has it just outright yet, but I think it's starting to become a lot closer. Roberto finally moves his main stack, which I think is the smart decision, because that stack really was not doing a lot for him where it was. Now it's in a much better spot, but also opened up the middle of the board a little more. Not that much more, but still. Causes people to rethink their lines maybe a little bit. Honestly, out of everyone, I really like Bart's position. He's just going to be starting from pretty low in territory. Ooh. Increasing that stack changes things. Um, yeah, I like his position. I like Grimm's position. I don't hate Roberto's. I think Jax's could be better. And I very obviously think Chad's could be better because his strips are kind of just all over the place. The problem with him wanting to maintain so much of the board early, I mean, you could say it makes it easier for him to run it when he wants to, but it's also kind of blocking some of his troops. I was honestly kind of expecting a run there. Yeah, I think Bart had 39 that turn, so that kind of shocks me. I'm quite confident he had 39 there. I don't know, maybe Bart wants to play safe. And I don't think like Bart already knows he's out, so it's like if Bart wins, like maybe I mean, but I would hope he's not just sandbagging. I hope he's still playing for the win. sorry if I'm not speaking to Tom. I'm just really trying to count over and over because I feel like this board is not choked up enough to where people can't just be going for it right now. I don't think Grim has it. Looking at Zycrons. I don't think Zycron has it either. I am still so confident that Bart has it. I am so confident. God damn it. I mean, I'm not going to scream from the high heavens that Bart is wrong for not going for it, but I am very confident he has 39 territories right now. Grim's going for it. No, he breaks Bart, because just like me, he realizes that Bart easily has this. I don't know why he's not going for it. Bart has 39. In fact, I think he's the only person on the board who does. My God. It's really starting to worry me that he might be sandbagging. I really hope that's not the case. Counts are getting pretty high. Much higher than I expected them to get. We're about 45 minutes in to game 2. Counting 33 for Zycron. I don't think it's there for Bart anymore, which is his own fault. Took too long. The board realized. The board turned on him. Slightly, but still, it was enough. Only counting like 30 for Grim. At best, like 28 for Carter. Maybe a little more if his 23 gets added to. Goes to Bart's 22, which can probably happen anyway. Maybe. I don't know, maybe 30 for him. Roberto, I haven't looked at in a while. Let's look at Roberto. I still think Roberto's aren't great either. I don't think anyone has it right now. Anyone who did lost their chance. I thought he was going for it for a second. Yep, Zycron with the 4 trade on 5. Yon, what turn is it? I'm actually not sure. Let me ask them what turn it is. Still no update on what turn it is. I don't think so. Let me check. Yeah, still no update. Everyone's locked in, apparently. Okay, Bart just said 15. So, we're 5 turns away. This turn right now is turn 15. When it goes to turn 20, then it'll be 60%. Oh, I just noticed that Bart broke Grim in retaliation finally. Ooh. Now does Grim do anything with this? Because now his main stack is more open than it was before. So he can actually make something out of this if he wants to. Yeah, but it's still not super open because Oregon is still closed off. Guess just, whatever he wants to do with it. I think most people on this board could manage 60%. I just still don't think anyone can get 70% right now. So I think this will probably go to turn 20 again. Actually, no, the last one didn't go to turn 20. Excuse me. But I think this one will. Oh, Zacron's cards this game have been terrible. Jax trades on 3. Are we seeing a run from Jax? Maybe not. He might just be trading him because he can. Nope. That's a fairly significant fortify. That opens Grin's lines up a lot more. Makes his big stack a lot more useful. But even still, most of the troops in his bonus aren't very. His 15's completely useless. His 28 nets him a few extra territories. We're now officially on turn 17. Bart just took a 6 trade on 4. Okay, he's finally going for it. Thank God. Dude, he had this like so long ago. Oh my goodness. At least he's going for it now. You know, at least we can rejoice. Okay. Oop, slider error. It's fine. He got those are just the territories he needed anyway. That's not going to impact him too much. Cuts down there for those territories. He doesn't need to. Yeah, so he doesn't need to split up too much. All right, dice are nice to him so far, or nice enough. No, does that screw him? I'll say that one can still hit him. No. The one Idaho. Yeah, I'll say your 12 can get the other one. There you go. He just might have this. Ah. Nope. So Jax should have it here. Ooh. Bad dice. Yeah, good enough though. Yeah, his lines were weird, but he does have it, I think. He doesn't even just split there. I think he should be fine to just go down. Yeah. GG's. Jax gets game 2. I'll put final points up here in a second. Did not expect that game to last that long.